So pop quiz, hotshot. Which one of these asteroids should you mine next? Give up? It's this one. How would I know that? Well, I'll tell you. Stay tuned. As it turns out, when you drop into an asteroid field, the arrangement of the rocks isn't random. The position, size, shape, and contents of each asteroid is predetermined for every ring in the game. Now what that means is that if you keep track of all the nice, juicy, material-rich ones, then they'll be right back there in that same spot when you come back to that ring again. But who's going to remember all that? Well, theoretically, you could take screenshots or record your mining session, and then go back and hit only the good ones next time you drop back in the ring. Luckily for us, that's exactly what a few extremely helpful commanders out there have done for us. They're called mining maps.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
If asteroid rings are the test, then mining maps are pretty much the answer key. Now, exactly how each map works will vary a little depending on who put it together, but for the most part, it involves the same basic steps. Find your starting position, locate the first asteroid, and then navigate through the target asteroid path using each asteroid as a waypoint. So, as an example, let's take a look at one of the maps at the Commander's Toolbox. It's a fantastic site put together by one of my favorite YouTubers, Down to Earth Astronomy. Now this particular map was compiled by Commander Churley for a system in the Hyades sector. As you can see, for the Painite hotspot in Ring A of Body 2, we're first given the drop-in point. Then, to start the map run, we're given this particular alignment. So in this example, to start the run, you'll need to orient your ship about 1 kilometer from the Painite hotspot marker, facing the center of the planet. Once you've done that, you can use the slideshow here to help step through each target asteroid, using the previous one as your next starting position. Now, if all that didn't immediately make sense, no worries. Let's give it a go, and the workflow will become much more apparent. I'll use my favorite Platinum map in Omicron Capricorni B. The URL is below. It's great for a beginner because the author provides a video to follow along with. And in the video description, there's a link to the document including images for each asteroid. So let's do this. I'll use the images from that document to illustrate how to find each rock. So first up, let's get to the hotspot. From the first image in the document, we see to drop in on the larger of the two overlapping hotspots in the A ring. So there's the two hotspots right there, so we'll target the larger one and head down. Now, you might have noticed that according to our reference image, we're coming in from the opposite face of the ring. Don't worry, we'll adjust for that later. Now let's get to our starting alignment. The directions say to point our ship toward the planet, then reverse to 1 kilometer from the hotspot marker. Okay, now we can use the second reference image to confirm our alignment is correct. Now, it doesn't quite match here, but remember how we came in from the opposite side of the ring? That means we're probably upside down. There we go. Now let's see if we can match up what the reference image looks like and what we see. Now keep in mind the rocks are going to be rotating at different rates, so the image might not look exactly like what you see. So what you want to look for are to match up the size, shape, and placement of the rocks. Look for rocks that stand out. In this case, we should see a large rock just to the right of the marker, a small rock just off the upper left of the planet, and two smaller rocks that stand out in front of the planet. So let's check out what we see. Large rock to the right, small rock in upper left, two rocks in front of the planet. Looks like we're in the right spot. Okay, so let's find our first target. To the right of the big rock, there should be 3 medium-sized rocks in a row, and our first target is going to be the middle one. So let's see what we got. 3 rocks in a row, so that middle one must be our target. Let's go get it. And the prospector confirms it. That's our rock. So let's go ahead and mine it, and then look for our next target. So for each new rock, you want to position yourself below the one you just mined, and then face the planet. Okay, we're lined up. Let's check the next reference image. Okay, we should see like a vertical string of 4 rocks kind of jutting up from the plane. and then a group of 4 rocks just to the right of the planet, with our target being the lower right one in that group. And looky there, a vertical string of 4 rocks, and a group of 4 just to the right of the planet. So this one right here must be our next target. Let's do it. Bingo! Okay, let's mine that one, and we'll run through one more. Okay, so like always, position the ship below the previous rock and point directly at the planet, and then check the next reference image. Okay, similar to the last one, we should see a vertical string of 3 rocks, and the target should be fairly large and just to the right of the 3 rocks. And yep, this one's pretty easy. String of 3 rocks, big asteroid just to the right. So that's pretty much how it's done. Compared to randomly prospecting asteroids, it saves a ton of time, and with a little practice, you can pull in a few 100 million credits worth in under an hour. That being said, here's a few tips. If you get lost during a run, and you will, that's fine, see if you can lock on to your previous prospector limpet, and find your way back to where you were. Don't get frustrated. You'll probably start a little slow, but every run you make, you'll learn the map a little better, and you'll also just get better and quicker at the process overall. Even a slow run with a map is faster than randomly firing prospector limpets, so you're already ahead of the game. The asteroid status resets after 2 hours, so just like swimming after you eat, make sure you wait at least 2 hours before diving back in. And lastly, and most importantly, what's the first rule of mining? Say it with me. Don't forget your limpets. So that's map mining. I'll have links to other maps in the description, including a collection of maps made by the incomparable Burr Pit Mining Company. And oh, by the way, you don't have to use maps made by someone else. Get out there and make your own and post them up in the comments here, along with any other tips or suggestions you have. And if you found this helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps my little channel out. Until then, fly dangerously, Commanders. I'll see you next time.